Our master's student speaker today is Kayla Humer. Kayla grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, where she attended UW-Madison. During her time at Stanford, she was awarded the Vice Provost and Dean of Research International Research Exploration Seed Grant to return to India this summer to push forward her research intersecting deep learning and healthcare access in low-resource settings. She was recently featured in the Stanford Daily newspaper regarding her camper van travels while courses were online, allowing her to close in on her goal to hit all of the California national parks during her time here. While not focused on coursework and research, she plays ultimate frisbee with the Stanford women's team called Firefly and has loved working at East Palo Alto's food pantry through her course designed for extreme affordability. Welcome.
Stop to smell the roses, they say. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but there are literally thousands of roses blooming all over campus today. They line the entire fence along El Camino, and they greet you at the entrance to Memorial Court. The Oval alone boasts 2,500 roses. This seemed unextraordinary to me until I had the chance to work with the grounds management team through a course at the design school. And in our first interview with Mary, the head of the department, she said, "You know, most people don't know. There's a reason that the roses bloom for commencement. Calculation of when we should do our deadheading and pruning, soil temperatures, any fertilization programs we undertake, all that kind of stuff. It's all timed towards commencement." I was completely unaware of all the behind-the-scenes work and expertise necessary to maintain the effortless feel of campus. Between the 6 groundskeepers alone who maintain the SEQ where we now sit, they have over 150 years of gardening experience between them. And it's a daily tempo for the groundskeepers that sometimes starts with a 4:30 a.m. commute. Clocking in by 6 a.m., they've come to know the rhythm of the Stanford campus. Like clockwork, they know which irrigation systems to keep off because of the weekly happy hour on the lawn, and the professor who decided to move his afternoon class outside because of COVID. They know the timings of the passing periods, and the corridors of the main quad with the highest foot traffic, where there's sure to be a dropped mask or two, which they quickly pick up. And when COVID forced all of our gatherings outside, our outdoor spaces became priceless. For me, it's been the Thanksgiving potluck we held outside EVGR, birthday picnics on the Oval, and ultimate frisbee practice at Wilbur. I'm sure we can all recognize how valuable our outdoor spaces became. All points of connection made possible amidst the isolation of COVID because our campus is privileged with such beautiful spaces. Rather, because our grounds crew maintains such beautiful spaces. When I asked Jose, the groundskeeper who takes care of the main quad, how often students or staff stop to acknowledge their hard work on a regular day, he laughed and said, "In my 14 years, not often, but one time a family stopped to admire the beautiful purple blossoms of the jacaranda tree in the main quad and asked to take a photo with me. That was probably about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and yet every day, surely thousands of students pass them by as they work to maintain the beauty of our campus. And I'll admit, I too had never noticed them working until after I had to seek them out for my course. They deserve to be acknowledged. In fact, I invited a few of them here today in the audience. Mary and crew, if you'll stand, I was hoping we as a group could take a moment to thank them for their hard work, not only towards commencement, but their passion and commitment every day towards the beauty of this campus. Mary and Jeremy. All right. So the groundskeepers are not the only ones in the stands today who deserve our acknowledgement. We all have gardeners in the backgrounds of our lives who have helped to cultivate the grounds on which we stand, people and sacrifice that we might leave unacknowledged. Today we may be relishing in the fruits of our labor, but take a moment to ponder. Who planted the seeds of curiosity such that your mind could grow? Who spread the fertilizer in early spring such that the roses bloomed in the Stanford summers of your life? For me, I think of my mom and dad in the stands today, who put me to bed not with a bedtime story, but a Mensa for Kids brain teaser, and who homeschooled me when the public school didn't have advanced math and science courses. They didn't know I was standing up here to give a speech today, so I'm hoping the gift of the surprise conveys my gratitude. I think of my 5th grade teacher back in Wisconsin who acknowledged my love of science and took me on a personal campus visit to her husband's lab at UW-Madison. I think of 2 of my best friends in the stands today, Hannah and James, also here, who upon returning from a summer of research in India challenged me to do the same. That experience and their friendship and inspiration has since completely changed the focus and trajectory of my engineering career. Some of your gardeners may be sitting in the stands today, or somewhere across the world. In a way, you are their roses blooming on Stanford campus today. They've curated your backdrops like the one we have here, a product of quiet sacrifice, early mornings, and carefully timed pruning. And so, as the physical and metaphorical roses of life bloom all around you, the adage, "stop to smell the roses," may sound insightful. But if we frame today in that way, we risk not acknowledging the people and the everyday work it took to make us bloom. And so I challenge you, don't just stop to smell the roses. Stop to thank the gardeners of your life. Thank you.